Today we're talking about Virgo. So this is part 7 of our series on the earth signs. If you want to check out the other parts, you can check out the astrology playlist. So where do we start with Virgo? So first of all, I would like to say that Virgo is the least stubborn out of all the earth signs. They're actually the chameleon out of the earth signs because they're the most likely to change. They're the most willing to change when compared to Taurus and Capricorn. Usually Virgo is perceived to be like a type A personality, to be anal retentive, to be somewhat of a perfectionist. It is because Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the planet of communication and information. So Virgo is constantly gathering information, collecting data, analyzing data, processing information at a very fast speed, and able to come to conclusions based on all of that processing. Because of this, they're highly intelligent people. They can be a bit obsessive about some of the smallest details of things, but that's just part of their nature. You know, part of their calling is to improve things, to make things better. How do you make things better if you don't pay attention? It's not possible. You have to pay attention to those details, and that's where you're able to create that change. Virgo is also a little bit more philosophical than the other earth signs. They're really big on justice. They're very big on fairness. And they're very big on decorum, you know, just people treating each other the right way, you know, the way they would want to be treated, and giving people that same kind of respect, regardless of who they are. Taurus and Capricorn also have that, but for Virgo, it's more of like a for Virgo, it's more of a philosophical take on how humans should interact with one another. Actually, one of the fastest ways that you can piss off a Virgo is to actually just be rude to a complete stranger. They hate that. They seem reserved if you don't know them, but when you know them, you know they're a loudmouth because, again, ruled by the planet of communication, so they're excessively talking all the time. So if a Virgo's not talking a lot around you, then they don't feel that comfortable because they're not as composed as they seem. They're big on constructive criticism, and it can be a little challenging to understand them because Virgos tend to see people as objects. It doesn't mean they don't realize you're a person, but they actually see you somewhat like a machine. So when they're giving feedback about things that you can improve, if you can improve, they're giving feedback based on what they've observed. So they're like, instead of doing this, do that. And they have no regard for how you might feel when you receive this information. Because of this tendency, Virgos tend to date people that are like not in their league because they're obsessed with fixing. So they will pick people that are not on their level because they want to like upgrade them to their level. They're obsessed with perfection. They want to make things better. They have an eye for what's wrong, and they know how to improve things. And this is what makes them one of the best therapists that you could have out there because they're very good at problem solving. At their core, they love deeply, they want to help, and they just want to be appreciated.